Welcome back to my channel. So today we're heading on over to H&M to see what they have for spring 2023 at the Mall of Scandinavia here in Sweden. So let's get shopping. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's see what we can find. So this was the H&M window display. Very, very simple. I love that sort of style from Scandinavia, that it's very simple, very to the point, showcasing just a few pieces, really making it pop. I really thought it was a very, very simple but very effective first impression. And then of course I headed into the shop. Now this shop is at the Mall of Scandinavia. I don't have an H&M close to where I live, although I do live near quite a few other shops. Now as I walked in, these vases caught my eye. They were really, really special, I thought. New to H&M. I think I didn't see them last year. This sort of greyish color and the black really works so well together, so classy. I could see it in a very modern home. They had a couple of these candles. This white one actually had the matching vase. It was very pretty. You could buy the set. And then I saw this display of cushions. Now, I have been saying this on my channel before. This powdery blue is everywhere, but this color, this grayish color that H&M has here in their vases is something that I absolutely love. This dark blue one is not really my cup of tea, but this powdery blue in this candle just seems so fresh, so summery, so beautiful. I thought that would be a really great way to add that color into your home very, very inexpensively. These vases also caught my eye. Great statement piece, beautiful blue powdery color, and this sort of burnt brown color that they're using, a mustard sort of color. Very, very pretty. Now this cushion, I saw it on their website and I was really excited. It was so pretty. The green on it is really subtle. I love this sort of bluey green. Again, it was this sort of powdery sky blue. Very textured, very, very detailed, beautiful cushion. It wasn't cheap. It was 349 crowns, about $34. It didn't come with the insert, but nevertheless, a great statement piece. If you have a sort of boho style, this really would fit in beautifully. Now H&M really didn't disappoint in the cushion cover department. I mean, they had so much to choose from. There was a plethora of cushion covers, different shapes, different sizes, different prints. This one caught my eye. It was a botanical print. I actually did end up buying it. It was 79 crowns, not very expensive. I have a sort of botanical green theme going on in my sitting room upstairs, so that would work perfectly. And then they had these linen cushion covers in all these different colors. Now this checked one, I almost bought it. I did leave it behind, but checked, I'm not sure if you know, is very, very in with all the trendy designers at the moment. And if you do really want to incorporate this trend into your home, this would be a really inexpensive way to do it, especially if you don't want to commit to a wallpaper or an entire sofa which is upholstered in this sort of checkered print. Now these were just 29 crowns, very, very inexpensive, and these velvet cushions were 79 crowns, and here again in that powdery blue that I'm seeing everywhere in all these shops here in Sweden. I wonder if it's the same anywhere else in the world. Let me know, leave me a comment. I'm assuming that these powdery blue colors at H&M are to be found in other countries where we find H&M, but I'm wondering if the other shops actually carry it as well. Now this was a darker version of the blue, and then they were doing a lot of cushions in this sort of material. It reminded me of, you know, these bathroom mats that we have in the bathroom that we had in the 80s. And I'm really not sure if I would use it in my home, but it was interesting to look at. Now this vase, I was really tempted to buy it, and I have been thinking about it since I got home. I'm probably going to go back and cave in and get it. It was a really, really big vase, really great shape, really, really nice complement to the vase I bought last year. As you can see in the picture, this is one I already have at home. Now this one was very interesting. Here again, I loved the color. It reminded me of the color that Kim Kardashian has in her home, a very neutral, very sandy sort of putty color everywhere. If you haven't seen her home, it's just absolutely stunning. Very minimal, very classy. It really reminded me of that sort of vibe. And then I headed on over to their kitchen section. This was a runner in that powdery blue, and then there was a tablecloth. This polka dot is quite popular. I saw a couple of placemats at the dollar store in that color as well as design. And then they had a lot of stoneware plates and glasses to choose from. Now, this was new to H&M, stoneware in this powdery blue. I told you, it's just everywhere. It's so fresh, so refreshing. I absolutely love it. It was quite inexpensive, but of course, if you did buy a few together, it would probably accumulate to quite a bit. But if you were not in the market for new crockery and you didn't want to commit to such a statement piece, a blue set for your home, an easy way to incorporate it into your kitchen is through these kitchen towels. Now, they had a couple of designs in this powdery blue, as you can see, and they also had a very neutral sort of beige colors. But this powdery blue is something I wanted to draw attention to because it seems like it's everywhere these days. Very refreshing, a very, very beautiful color. Now, this quilted cushion I found, I absolutely fell in love with. I love anything quilted. It reminds me of, the old school ladies sitting around sewing together quilts and cushions with pieces of cloth they find, just matching everything together. I liked a mismatch of cushions in my home, so that really, really spoke to me. I really loved that cushion. And then I found these couple of throws. That one, the floral print was very 70s, and then they had this really well-made, very heavy, textured, boho chic kind of throw. I found the bedding section at the H&M to be very bold, very bright. If those are the kind of colors that you like, it would really, really worth looking into them. This powdery blue, again, in bedding as well. And then they had this really beautiful turquoise and burnt orange. Now, I headed on over to this display. All the things here that you see on this table are new to spring 2023. These candles, a yellow and a pink version, very, very retro, reminds me of the 70s, including this cushion cover. Purple seemed to be very, very popular this year at H&M, and they had some candle stands, and then they had these two new cushion covers to their spring 2023 collection. This seemed to be a nod to the grandma chic trend that's happening in the design world at the moment. A lovely mustard yellow with a white scallop, and then you got the purple with the yellow. I could see it working in a kid's room, actually in my guest room would work really well. Something that's very feminine, very pretty. This vase was very substantial. It's the vase that we saw in their window display with this pink stripe going down the middle. And then I headed on over to the candle section. Now, I like to head on and have a look at their candle section. My sister-in-law bought me one of their candles, and I find that the scent is quite strong. I'm always looking for candles that really, really give off a good scent. I found this diffuser. It was called Lemon Verdra, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just really, really refreshing. It smelled so wonderful, the candle version anyway. So I bought both of them. When I decorate my home for spring, I'm going to bring them out, and then I will let you know how well they scent the room. Now, I saw some of these cushion covers again in the purple, which seemed to be quite popular in H&M. I'm not sure how many people use purple in their decor these days, but it is a trending color. It was on the runway as well, and then we all know the runway colors always trickle down into home decor. Now, they had these new plates with a scalloped edging and a gold rim. They were very, very pretty. Another nod to the grandma chic design that we're seeing everywhere. I really, really like them. Very plain, very simple, really, really lovely pieces. They almost felt like my grandmother's old dinner set. I remember my grandmother having something similar to this actually when I was younger. So really, really very sweet, very pretty. I could see myself buying an entire set of this, but I do have a set that I have at home that I bought at the charity store a while back. Now these glasses are not new to H&M. They were here last year, but they've just added them to the table because they are also gold rimmed, and adding it to the set would really make for a very elegant tablescape. They also had these tea cups or coffee mugs, if you will, in this sort of powdery blue and pink, very feminine, very fresh, very spring-like. And then they had this sort of very muted pink vase, very lovely, I thought. And I was seeing a lot of pink actually in H&M, and then they had a number of cushion covers with this really strong magenta pink. Now this sort of material seemed like it would catch a lot of dust. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but in the right setting I'm sure it would look beautiful. It had a very strong pink color, like I said, a magenta. If you like incorporating strong colors into your spaces, then it would be perfect to shop at H&M and buy yourself some of those cushions. Now, I saw these green vases that really caught my eye, and then I wanted to end the video with some neutrals that were also available to buy at H&M. Now, these candle stands were available last year. They've just come out with a couple of new ones to add to the collection. You can buy them together, pair them together, or have them on their own. And then these sort of textured vases have always been the rage, and this one was new to their collection. These black textured pots were well made, a great piece if you're looking to add some texture into your space. You can see it's styled here with a sort of olive tree or a lemon tree. Really would work well in a kitchen, and it had this riser as well in the same sort of textured cement material. Will look great styled with some lemons or limes. I hope this video has given you some ideas as what you can find at H&M for spring 2023. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.